fascinating thing about Vince McMahon is his office door. Once you get through his office door and have a game plan, he always said nervous people don't draw money. So once I got through that door and had a game plan, I remember it like it was yesterday. I talked to him for 20 minutes and we talked about yoga because he would always say, man, how do you get such a big chest like that? I said, yoga. He said, really, yoga? So we talked for almost 20 minutes about yoga. And I proposed the idea to him, me, not the writing team, me. And he loved it. He contacted Bob Backlund personally and said, would you want to do this life coach with Darren Young, Fred Rosser? And he was down. And we were off and rolling with vignettes and doing our thing. And like I said, I was part of a group called the Nexus. I was part of a tag team called the Primetime Players. I was finally, I hate using wrestling terms, but I was finally getting over with the crowd by myself with Bob Backlund. It's just unfortunate the people that work under Vince McMahon didn't have my back. And they had their own agenda because it wasn't their idea. If it was their idea, then it would get over even more. It would get the machine behind it and going if it was their idea. But it was me, myself, and I's idea. And Vince loved it, and we ran with it, and I had so much fun. And I still do throwbacks or flashbacks to when I made The Miz. Miz was my last feud in WWE for the Intercontinental Championship. And we had a match on SmackDown, and I signaled for the crossface chicken wing, and the people erupted, and I made them tap out. And I was like, wow, I'm finally doing it by myself. And like I said, it's just unfortunate the people that work under Vince McMahon didn't have my back. And then I was told I couldn't use the crossface chicken wing because it was a dangerous hold. And I promised, I said, don't worry, I'll do it fine. I won't hurt anyone doing it. And I was told not to do it. I was told to do the Cobra Clutch. And the person that would use the Cobra Clutch was Sergeant Slaughter. And I said to myself, man, if I wanted Sergeant Slaughter as my life coach, I would have had him as my life coach, Being with Bob Backlund, I've got to do the crossface chicken wing. And I was told not to do it. And then fast forward, I remember one time on a live event, Miz came up to me and said, I don't watch NXT, but I was watching it one night and you wouldn't believe it. I saw Asuka using the crossface chicken wing, the Asuka lock. And I said, I knew it. I knew that they were saving the hold for Asuka. And it broke my heart, man. It broke my heart.
Why do you think you didn't get the support for you? Because it sounds like you had a really good relationship with Vince McMahon, from his support with you coming out and the fact that you could go to him with ideas. So, with you having such a good relationship with Vince, why do you think the people underneath him didn't, work with you or didn't support you as much as they should have?
Well, it wasn't their idea. They had their own ideas. They had their own agenda. And, Vince is still running the company, but there's also Triple H, that has his NXT and that he has his agenda. So I wasn't a Triple H guy. I was a Vince McMahon guy. So anytime I had ideas, I don't go to the writers because they just, they don't try. They're yes men. That yes boss. I say they're do boys. Do this, do that. Copy this, copy that. If I want to get answers, I'm going to go to the boss, Vince McMahon. And like I said, I'll never have a bad thing to say about Vince McMahon because he gave me opportunities. He gave me shots that no one else would have given me.
And what was your relationship like with Triple H? Because he seems to be someone that understands wrestlers because he's been there, he's done it, and he just seems to really have this knack of bringing us something new and fresh. So did you guys work well together? Did you have a close relationship?
Well, in my room in New Jersey at my parents' house, I still have the posters up of Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Hulk Hogan, and Triple H in my
Wow.
old room at home. So those are some of my favorites. So being able to work with some of my favorites meant the world to me. But unfortunately, it was Triple H that said I couldn't use the crossface chicken wing. And it broke my heart. I remember after my match at Battleground with The Miz. I came to the back, and I was in the corner crying my eyes out. And Triple H said, you know, come on, why are you crying? And I said, I'm just devastated because, you know, the people aren't going to take me seriously anymore. I'm putting on the Cobra Clutch, and people are going to say, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Why is he putting on the Cobra Clutch? And he's with Bob Backlund, you know? The people aren't going to take me seriously. So I was devastated. So it is what it is, you know? You either adapt or perish. That's his saying. That's his motto. Literally, you either adapt or perish. So at the end of the day, who's going to be running the company? It's going to be Triple H. And unfortunately, I wasn't a Triple H guy, but he was my favorite.